Second bank was built differently. It was designed to impose discipline on a decentralized system of state banks that had collapsed under the strain of the War of 1812. Through land sales, taxes, and trade, the bank accumulated large volumes of state bills. Then, using its federally backed authority, it demanded that state banks redeem those notes in gold and silver. The effect was immediate. State banks could no longer issue freely. Knowing the national bank would routinely call for specie, they were forced to restrain credit and hold adequate reserves. Centralized power returned, but it now flowed from a different center, and the old power holders did not welcome it. Resistance followed. Former Federalist strongholds, once fierce advocates of federal supremacy, now fought bitterly against the bank and invoked states' rights arguments. Having lost their advantage, they adopted Jeffersonian language. The conflict culminated in McCulloch v. Maryland, where the Supreme Court upheld federal supremacy over the states. The ruling confirmed what events had already made clear. Political ideology shifts when incentives change. The dying Federalists now spoke like Jeffersonians. The ruling Republicans now governed like Federalists. Their roles were fully reversed. This era teaches a difficult lesson. When we are in times of crisis, it is the political debate, ideological battles, and moral posturing that dominates the headlines. Yet when we pull back the curtain and look beyond the surface, a more uncomfortable picture emerges. Political conflict is not the engine of change. It is the theater built around it. Beneath elections and ideology lie deeper forces: finance, institutional systems, and raw power. Is it reasonable to expect political parties to solve our problems if political parties themselves are shaped, constrained, and targeted by the very forces producing those problems? Jefferson's ideals were not misguided. Reducing debt, preserving sovereignty, and protecting liberty were worthy aims. The failure was not moral, but practical. Jefferson offered freedom, but not a fully workable system capable of financing and defending a modern state. Under pressure, the nation reverted to central authority, a strengthened federal government with a fiscal agent that gradually influenced education, infrastructure, and energy far beyond anything Jefferson had intended. It is not that ideals are meaningless, but dreams without proper tools, systems, and structure collapse under reality. Politics has its place, but lasting solutions require more. A balance between ideological principle and practical necessity, grounded in institutions that serve people rather than power. Such institutions can only be built and sustained with rigorous transparency. Without transparency and the courage to see problems as they truly are, societies cannot equip themselves with real solutions. Truth is uncomfortable. People naturally prefer solutions that affirm their identity, their nation, their beliefs, and their sense of moral certainty. But history shows what happens when dreams ignore reality. The problems and the powers behind them appear to vanish, but cloaked in the rituals of democracy, they consolidate elsewhere, in the hands of those who understand reality as it is, not as they wish it to be. The choice then is not between parties. It is between the reassuring, comfortable lies and the contentious, uncomfortable truths.